Hello, guys. Good evening. Just have to wait for people to join the live. Once we have about 4 to 5 persons online, we can start. Okay, guys, welcome to the live session today. Once we have about 4 to 5 persons online, we are going to start immediately. There's currently nobody. Okay. Hi. Hello. Good evening. I think I brought you up by mistake. If you wish, you can just. So once you have about 4 to 5 persons online, we can start. Hi, good evening. Can you hear me? Hello. Kindly kindly disconnect from the live if you can't hear me. I believe I brought you up by mistake. Good evening, guys. Once we have like 4 to 5 persons online, we can start. There are currently nobody online. There's currently nobody online. So once we have people connected, we are going to start. So I'll just wait. Might just wait for you guys to come. Good evening, guys. Welcome to today's live session. Once we have like 4 to 5 persons online, we are going to start immediately. For now, we have just one person here. If you're this one person, please like the live and share the link on your status. Invite someone to this live. Kindly join the live. Hi guys, good evening. Please, if you're live, kindly like this live and share the link on your status. Share the link to your friends so they can connect. And please say hi to me so I will know that you're active. Please say hi to me. Like this live and share the link to your friends. We need like 2 more persons on the live before we start. We are currently 2 people. There are currently 2 people here. So once we are up to 4, once we are 4 on this live, we start. I don't know why people are not connecting today. Maybe they are busy or something. But please share the live. Share the live on your statuses. Tell somebody to tell somebody to join the live so that the information that is being passed here can someone can benefit from it. I don't know why anybody's connecting. Please, if you're on this live, kindly say hi so that I'll know that people are here with me. Kindly say hi so that in about 2 minutes I'm going to start. Whether we have people or not, I'll just start. Then others can join us along the way. In about 2 minutes, I'm going to start. In about a minute's time, we are going to start. Why does 1 minute feel like forever? Okay, we are starting. So, what's up, guys? Good evening. Welcome to today's live info session. Um, Sincerely speaking, the turn up for each of these live sessions have been quite discouraging. It's been quite discouraging. I don't know why a lot of people are not turning up, but notwithstanding, we'll do what we have to do. The recap is going to be there on the channel, so those that want to watch can come and watch later on. So, but for those of you who are here, you get to experience, ask your questions, get first-hand information, and so yesterday we looked at the Open Doors Russian government scholarship, and I told you guys that to study in Russia, that there are different scholarships available for you to study in Russia. We have the Russian government scholarship, we have the Open Doors scholarship, then we have university-based scholarship. So we've looked at People's Friendship University. Today we'll be looking at Skoltech. Skoltech is one of the English-based universities in Moscow, Russia. Skoltech, like their programs are entirely in English. It's an English-based university, technological university. So this university only has tech-related courses. That is what they have in this university, like computer data science, engineering, not all, but a few engineering courses and tech related courses. So it's a technological university, and all their courses from the application process to exam to interview, everything is in English. Even if you're a Russian and you want to enroll into this university, you must know how to speak English, because English language is what they use in their studies. If you can't speak English as a Russian, they will place you on a 1 month English language, program. After which you now start your main distance. So everything about this university is in English, and it's a very good one for those of you who don't want to face language barriers and all that. So in this video today, I will take you through the step-by-step guide on how to apply to Scout Tech. Though I reached out to some students from Skoltech to see if they can come live with me so that we can get to ask them a few questions. I just hope they are able to join because they said that they would think about it. So I hope they are able to join. I would love it if they are able to join though, so that you guys can ask them, one-on-one questions. Even myself, I'll get to ask them some questions that I believe every one of us will want to get information on. But for now, I'll just take you guys through the application process and everything you need to know from their site. So this scholarship is a very, 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 very competitive scholarship. It is very competitive, like extremely competitive. But the good thing is that they don't care about your score, your academic background. They don't care about it. Even if you studied medicine in your first degree and you want to go for computer science in your masters, they will accept you. They don't care what you did in your bachelors. They don't care. They are going to accept you. That is if you're able to prove to them that you stand a place in the, like, if you're able to pass all the whole process, they will accept you. So whatever you studied in your bachelors, whatever your CGPA is, they don't care about this. And that is one thing I love about Russian scholarships and Russian universities. They don't care about your first degree or your CGPA. That doesn't even face them. So irrespective of irrespective of what your bachelor's degree is or what your course of study is, you can apply to this scholarship. But this scholarship is extremely competitive. You must know how intelligent you are and how lucky you can be to get. People I've seen that got this scholarship are people who are exceptionally intelligent. Like those I've seen that got this scholarship, they are people who are exceptionally intelligent, people who know maths very well. Like they are very good at mathematics. There are those I've seen that got this scholarship. So, but then this is not to discourage you. It's not to make you scared. It's just to make you know what you're facing, what is ahead of you. Now, this scholarship covers your full tuition. It's a full tuition scholarship plus monthly stipend of about $500. Yeah. So you get to receive about $500 as a monthly stipend, which I feel like that's why I said it's a very lucrative scholarship and it is very competitive. So imagine you're not paying school fees and you're being paid about $500 monthly to study. I mean, that is like a life changing opportunity, according to them. Guys, if you're on this live, please like the live and share the link so that others can join. So, Scoutech University Scholarship is a very interesting one, and it covers literally everything about your studies, like full tuition. You don't have to pay any school fees, and you receive a monthly stipend of $500. And the courses available are mainly tech related courses. They are mainly tech related courses. So you cannot get anything that is social science or medicine on this particular scholarship. So I'll just take you guys through the website, how to apply and how to get into Scoutech. Okay, so this is the website. This is the website. I'll take you guys like step by step. So let's go. Now this is the application, like the stages of the application process. So the first thing here is preparing your portfolio. You know, like I said yesterday, one thing about scholarships is not it's not really about um your your grade from your university. It's not about whether you have first class or second class or third class. They don't care about that. What they care about is your portfolio, how strong your portfolio is. And to have a very strong portfolio, a lot of factors are put into place, a lot of considerations are put into place to have a very strong portfolio, which of course your bachelor's or your high school certificate is also inclusive. But this particular scholarship is for masters and PhD only. This Caltech scholarship is for people applying for masters and applying for PhD. So the first thing is to prepare your portfolio, prepare your competitive selection application materials. You will need to upload a scan of your most recent diploma, that is your bachelor's, your BSc certificate of higher education. If you are currently studying, it is highly recommended to upload a current academic transcript to give the admissions committee an opportunity to see your academic level. If your diploma or transcripts are not in English, please provide a translation of the original document. So I told you guys that this particular scholarship is fully English. So even if you're a Russian and want to apply to it, you have to translate your document from Russian to English. So everything is done in English. So you need to build your portfolio, and your portfolio includes your BSc certificates. If you're still in like in your final year and your certificate is not out, you can submit your transcript, your academic transcript in place of that, while you wait to receive your BSc certificate. So the next thing is to submit your application. All applications are submitted online. All applications are submitted online through the SIA system. So there you're going to fill up your information, upload all your documents and everything on the SIA system. Then you submit your application. So once you've submitted your application, then the online testing, there's going to be like a test to write, like an entrance test. So every candidate must take an online subject test. You'll be notified by email about the specific date and time of your test. So after you've registered, they will send you an email. This one, you don't have to select when you want to write your test. They'll be the one to tell you when you're supposed to write the test. And you will choose the subject you're supposed to write depending on the course you're going for. So once you've written the test, the final selection will take place in Moscow. So once you've been accepted, once you pass the test, you'll be invited to the university in Moscow for the final selection. You can choose to take your exams either in English or Russian. If you select Russian option and successfully pass the selection, you will be required to attend a free 1 month English boot camp in August before your program begins. Note that you can only choose a Russian option if your English level is at least B1. If you choose the English option, you must either pass an English exam on site or present a valid proof of English proficiency. So if you are applying in English, once you've been invited to Moscow for the final selection, you're going to write an English test just for them to make sure that your English language is strong enough. You also earn points for choosing an English option. Additionally, you will participate in an in-person interview and an entrepreneurship challenge. Please note that extra written examinations may be required for certain programs during this time, and you'll be notified advance if it applies to you. If you are not from Moscow, we can provide accommodation for you in the Skoltech dorms during the selection. So, if you're someone that's not in Russia, you're not in Moscow, you have to find your way to Moscow, and they're going to provide accommodation for you during the whole selection this thing. So, what do you have to do in advance? The first thing you do is to prepare your CV. You have to prepare your curriculum vitae, your current CV in English. We do not have special requirements here. Just follow the general rules for CV. So you need your CV. Then you need a motivational letter. So you have to write a motivational letter of 500 to 1,000 words in English. Please answer the following questions. What do you hope to gain by completing a degree in your choosing field of study at Skoltech? Keep in mind that your motivational letter is reviewed carefully and is very important for the selection. So your motivational letter is a very, very important, document you need to upload to build your portfolio. So if you're writing your motivational letter, you need to be very intentional about it. You need to be extremely intentional about your motivational letter because it is very important and it's going to give you, it's going to either add to your point or reduce your points. Then recommendation letters. You need two recommendation letters written by your thesis supervisors, team supervisors, and other relevant colleagues who can confirm your skills and potential. So you need a recommendation letter either from your supervisor, from your from any of your lecturers, or from your dean. So you can get more information on how to request for motivational letter. The letter should describe both the relationship between the author and the applicant and provide the author's personal opinion about the applicant and his or her qualities. Okay, good. I think one of our students from Skoltech is here. Yeah, perfect. Good evening, sir. How you doing now? How you doing? Yeah. I'm so glad you're able to join us. So I'm so glad because, like, personally, I have like a lot of questions I want to ask. Though right now we don't have like a lot of people online because they are coming and leaving, so people might join later on. But I'm going to ask the general question so that when people are watching the live, the recap, they can get full information on that.
Okay.
Yeah. So thank you very much for joining. So yeah, my first question is: can you like just please tell us like an overview of the Scout Tech scholarship? Just like an overview of the
Okay, I
scholarship.
think I'm in a better position to speak about masters than PhD.
Yeah, of
So,
course, masters. Yeah.
Skoltech is mostly a postgraduate school. So for the masters, there are three ways you can apply in.
Okay. 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 All right. Okay. So talking about the exams, like the test you have to write, like what is the test like? What are the kind of subject, like what subjects are you going to write the test on, and like maybe a brief overview of the kind of questions to expect. Okay.
Everybody writes the math exam.
Okay.
So now, if you're applying for like data science,
Okay.
you need exam you write. But the thing is that the math exam you write will probably have more questions than everyone is writing.
Okay.
Might have more difficult questions, so the questions will probably be more difficult. Then
Okay.
I think something like life science, you write math, chemistry, biology, physics. I think you can write. So you can write like something
Okay.
agriculture,
Okay.
very much related to my field, which is data science. Then I
Okay.
think if you're applying for like engineering systems, sometimes I think they bring out so you can programming can be there, physics can be there. Yeah,
Mathematics. Okay. Okay.
not questions being there.
Okay. Okay. So I saw something on the website during like about the final selection, and they said that you have to be in Moscow, like at the school in Moscow for that particular one. So now I want to ask people who are not in Russia, like what can they do? Are they also required to, be in Moscow, or they can conduct like online interview for them?
The current um, style of selection. So,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
at least I just need from the people who are in first year. There are people that applied from Nigeria. So there are people that
Oh,
applied from outside Russia. So
okay.
people like wrote the exam. So if they're not aligned again, it means it's something that is starting from maybe the people that are about to join in.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, there's that. But most so as recently as this year's application, I knew of people that applied from outside Nigeria,
Okay.
outside Russia. So
Okay.
I knew of people that applied from Nigeria, for example.
Okay.
So it's possible that some
Okay.
because of like what's going on.
Okay. Okay. Another question is the language of studies, is it like purely English, or is there a point in time where they have to like combine Russian language, or everything from start to finish is in English?
So like I said, things are also changing. So for
Okay.
instance, if you check selection process now for masters, you can take your selection process in Russian. So
Okay.
that was not there before. Before
Okay.
the selection process, so
Okay.
there's the possibility of them involving Russian in instruction. So as a,
Okay.
yeah, that's not yet been
All right.
implemented. At least from seeing that
Possibility, yeah, that they will include it.
there's a strong possibility that courses in Russian might start appearing. So that's just it. Or
Okay.
people will be able to like maybe write.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Then talking about I saw like their stipend, and I saw like 42,000 rubles. Like, is that like a constant amount, or is there a point in time where they can increase it or decrease it? I think I saw 42, but maybe it can be less or it can be.
Then yeah, it's probably that things are also changing in terms of that.
Okay.
So ideally, the way Skoltech operates, or rather operated, because I don't know what will happen
What's
next.
going on now?
So yeah,
Okay.
the way Skoltech operated is so the starting stipend for masters is 40,000 rubles,
Okay.
and that's for first year. Second year is 45,000 rubles. Now,
Okay.
if you are on X results,
Okay.
the stipend can
Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay.
yeah, that is just
Okay.
so you can get up to 55,000 rubles
Wow.
basically.
That's interesting. So their hostels, is it like free of charge, or you have to pay for hostel monthly?
So when I was still there,
Okay. Wow, monthly. Wow, that's a lot.
uh, phones that Skoltech built,
Okay.
and so that one is way
Okay.
big as the other hostels were, but still very good. And
Okay.
so
Wow.
Yeah, the new hostel is very good, but we don't know.
Wow. Okay. 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 So we are getting to the end of this session. Want to ask the portfolio building. Like, what advice can you give to someone that wants to like build their portfolio and have like a good portfolio score? What advice can you give the person? What kind of documents do you think the person should have to have a better portfolio score? Okay.
Which is kind of like my faculty, the
Okay.
faculty I ended up going to in Skoltech. He said they don't necessarily read a
Mm,
motivation letter. So that was just for this faculty. That what they focus on is how well you perform in the maths exam.
in the
Okay,
exam.
so it's possible that it varies from.
Okay.
In the case of other people, blaze the exam because some people might be writing more than just maths. So once you do well in that exam, it increases your chances drastically. Like
Okay.
yeah, it increases
Okay.
your chances drastically. And then I think something else I can say, an extra tip, which is it could be risky, but yeah. So sometimes Cotech has a quota that they try to fill.
Okay.
Um, more on how well you perform, right?
Okay.
Second, we
Okay.
the that's the feeling. Like for instance, it is our goal is to admit 200 master students. Admitted maybe 100. So that third wave, they have
Okay.
to find a way sometimes. So that's
Wow.
why sometimes it's the third
Okay.
how I put it, not yeah, an advice that is cast on stone. You just
Okay.
weigh your options. But the best advice I'll give is please.
Okay. Okay. Please, is there an interview? I think there's an interview you have to go for. Like,
Yeah,
like what
that's
kind
the,
of
the
questions
second
should one
round.
expect for the interview?
So related to the questions that I wrote in the first round. So maybe the idea is to see if you cheated or something. But yeah, of course, the proctoring in the first round is quite good. So that may not just be the only goal. So, for instance, if you wrote the maths exam and there were some linear algebra questions,
Mm, mm, okay.
yeah,
Wow.
then they can also in your presentation. So, um,
Okay.
you're going to have to defend that you're presenting.
Okay.
Well, mostly will be your CV. So, especially if you put projects you worked on in your CV, there will be some technical questions about those projects, and even in your presentation about yourself, if you put some um, eye-catchy things, they'll definitely pick up on those things and ask you about those things. And,
Okay.
and yeah, so
Interesting.
you don't
All
want to
right.
over. I don't know. I mean, people.
Yeah, they want to impress. Yeah.
Yeah, try and strike a balance. Because
Okay.
if you overdo it, they'll be very much interested, and then you have to defend what you're saying. What
Okay. Interesting. All right. Thank you. So finally, what advice can you give to somebody that hopes to apply to this scholarship and come out successful? What's like words of encouragement or advice can you give?
work hard, prepare well for the test.
Okay.
I mean, you want to do well in that test, definitely. Words
Okay.
of encouragement. Skoltech is sort of like I think it's a school that, at least for the masters, the way the master selection is to a large extent objective. Okay, so there's that transparency in the selection process. So
Okay.
you want to be rest assured that uh, if you give it your best and everything goes well, you'll be selected. So
Okay.
it's not to an extent you can remove the element.
Okay. Okay. Mm. All right. Getting in.
Will fall in place most likely.
Okay. Thank you very much, Miss Omar,
Yeah.
for your time and for sharing this insight with us. I believe it's going to be very helpful to a lot of people that are going to watch this live afterwards. Even myself, I learned a lot. Basically, if I was planning to apply for this thing before, like after this life, I'm not applying again. I'm not applying again because it involves like a lot of things that I feel like I might not be in a good position to go. But I believe that there are people on this that are going to watch this video that will be so much interested. So
Hmm.
thanks a lot, and we appreciate you joining us.
Okay.
Thank you very. Yeah. Okay. Thank
Goodbye.
you very much. Bye.
Yeah.
Mhm. So guys, you've heard from Miss Homa on how to apply for this particular scholarship. You can see that a lot is involved. So if you're someone that knows mathematics very well, if math is is your forte, then you should definitely give it a try. And this scholarship is not, there's no luck. It's not a game of luck. It's a game of you knowing what you know and you being able, your ability, your capacity, your capability. So there's no luck in this one. No, this thing, it's straight up. Even if you pass the test by cheating, you have to come and defend. You have to defend, what you wrote, how you passed, and all those kind of things. So a lot is involved. So if you're interested in applying for this scholarship, you need to brace yourself up, prepare very well, especially to pass. So, like I said, the most interesting part is getting into Skoltech. So, if you're able to get in, I mean, like 100% of the job is done. Every other thing is like a very smooth ride. So, if you're interested in applying for this scholarship, prepare yourself. You must be very strong in mathematics, like very, very strong in mathematics to apply for this particular scholarship. And once you pass the test very well, I mean, like more than 60% of the job is done for you. So the rest is just like, to defend yourself and just answer some questions and do some presentations and all that, and you're good to go. So I believe because a lot of you are not online for this particular session, which I don't know why, but you can watch the recap letter which will be uploaded on the channel. And if you have more questions, you can type it on the comment section. I'll do well to answer your questions if I can, and if I can't, I will ask Mesoma. Mesoma can give us like answers to those questions. So thank you guys for joining. Those of you that joined, thank you for joining. Those of you that like, thank you for liking. So if you're just joining, please watch the recap. A lot of information was shared. Watch the recap. Subscribe to the channel. Share this video to your people, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be looking at a different scholarship. So bye for now. Have a lovely night.